wisdom as we make decisions. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You had a chance to look over the minutes? Motion,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
ready to vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0. We've got claims 1 through 166, as well as payroll claims, need a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0. Acknowledge, review of the Treasury Bank reconciliation monthly comparison report. This report submitted to the clerk, sheriff, and treasurer.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Ready to vote, all those in favor? Aye. Votes
Aye.
3-0. Mitch's Land Trust.
I tell you, this was on a partial ground that Kent got the information. And he's not here, and I thought he was gonna say what we could do. So I don't, maybe he comes in late, we can ask him.
I don't know what they're on, are they on the Zoom or?
Nope. I don't know who Nick is.
Mitch's,
Nick,
oh,
I think you're right, he gets from the newspaper. It's from the June Review. I've been sending the Zoom invite to the newspaper, so it puts in the newspaper.
Okay.
But I do have your email information here, but I have not heard back from attorneys.
Okay, well, if he comes in, then we can talk to him about it, and not just take it.
Okay,
highway reports, Rusty?
I mentioned last time that we were having road graders, so thought I thought you were sure to help us. You did. You didn't get your certificate.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, this gentleman, I told you his credentials, retired CV, 12 years, Nebraska ITAP. He came on and did a hands-on training for all those. All my guys are now certified grader operators, including truck drivers. He ran them through the program also. The first and only thing that really interested me, he had a 2-inch cut. And on the first cut, he said, if you can take a foot of material, square foot, and fill 2 inches of rock in that 2-inch cut, that road grader is losing $32,640 a year by not reclaiming the road. Gentlemen, we built a 5-pound coffee can in just a square shovel. So our material's in the ditches, we just got to reclaim it. In order to reclaim it, we're gonna need right of way. In order to do that, and the attorney's working on it, that rock is there, there's lots of money in rock. If you added that up times 7 graders, that's $228,000 a year laying in our ditches that we need to recover. And the only way to recover it is to establish the right of way, so we can start doing that. The way he figured it, by the mileage available for us, if we did his program, approximately 3 years in the process. It takes us 3 years to recover, have proper drainage, have our roads in tip-top shape. An average combine is 30 foot wide going down the road. That's not very good on our 20-foot road. So, you know, we need to do something. The auger wires, everything's getting bigger. We sit down with him and talk to him, and there's a good possibility the way we were talking with him in our situation, that within a year and a half, we could have the county completely done, and that's based on a 100-day road grader opportunity, which starts about April 15th through, you gotta stop for planting season and then pick up through the summer months and finish after harvest. So it's a good possibility we could do this in less than 3. And the amount of funding that we would gain back, I think is immeasurable based on 5-pound coffee can full of rock after we were done on a square 1 shovel. test, so.
We give out all the dirt that comes back out with it.
When you roll it 6 times across the road, it'll work its way out. He showed us how to do that. In the summer, you leave it set in a windrow, you cut seed poles for water to drain. Then that fall, when you come back, all the sod and everything back out of it. Also, use a 6-foot disc behind the tractor and a sheet foot. The sheet foot will go down your sides and build your side up, and when you lay it back over, the dirt and stuff will pack in. It was amazing. I mean, the 2-mile stretch east and west, he walked 4 times right beside each road grader, barking out commands and how to do it. The 1-mile stretch, he walked 4 times. So we put in 12 mile that week, 2-day period. It was amazing. I mean, what he showed us, whole different concept of what's been done for 30, 40 years. And he actually measured out into the field, rock was 42 foot out into that field where the plows and everything have thrown it over the years. So there's a lot of material. And like you said, the dirt and everything, a little disc and a sheet foot. I just think it's worth going after. And that's kind of the plan we're working toward. All of our guys working together to do the same thing. So I think it will pay off. And that being said, I had some questions. Guys have been telling me that they have a road that hasn't existed in my 74 years of experience. I've looked on my county road asset inventory and also on the maps that the state funds me. There is no road 770 east off 800 north. I even had a financial institution call me to ask, and unless somebody can come up with that road, I'm not gonna put any money in it. Also, at Kate's Holler, I put 35,000 in it, never in county. Sure. That's just equipment and manpower, so I hope they like it. And that's all I've got, other than right away. And I'm sure that the attorney, they know what we need, so I'm sure he's working on it. We can get that, we need to do it soon, because I've had 5 phone calls from Tipron, wanting to know where they can put their fiber optic cables. I said, if you go down the road and you see a pole, put it behind the pole in the field side. So we'll see what, but there's no way if we don't have permits and what have you, there's no way we're gonna control where they put their stuff. That falls, back here, I can only do what I got capabilities to do. I think the road grader program is a success. I thank Purdue for doing it, and I think eventually it will pay. It will definitely pay to work on that program. So that's my plan. Unless somebody has something different. Anything else? Yeah. We'll get it.
Thanks, Russ.
Can we back up? to
Yeah, back up on this, Mr. Francis.
It sounds like all we need is a simple deed on that. Does everybody understand what that was? I mean, is that, they've got a trail there now, that was a railroad right away.
And we heard the cap.
Well, I guess if you had, there was a time in the county that if you were on welfare, you passed away and you had no heirs, your estate went to the county welfare. And so somehow, and that wound up, I don't know where it is, but what Kent says is we can deed that, just make a deed, and that gives that guy that gives niches, they have control of that.
Motion,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Ready to vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
How many acres is it?
5.88.
Real narrow street.
And it is a trail, it's a railroad, it's a railroad. Right, we got a picture of it.
Right through the middle of Mitch's land trust.
Yeah, I knew it just, I just didn't know what it was. Yeah.
It was worthless for anything else.
Okay, Dart's not here this evening, Sheriff's not here this evening. Is Eric here?
No.
I'm here for the health department. This is Kelly.
Kelly is on.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can go ahead and just ask permission now or wait till the end of the agenda. What do I need to do for permission for the computers, Brenda?
Okay, just a minute, we're gonna turn the volume up on you. What she's wanting to do is ask, that's on your last page, the request to use CARES Act relief funds.
Oh, okay.
She did ask the council this morning, so I did put that down there, what they did approve, the 3 laptops and the software to go with the laptops. But since the CARES Act money is in the county general now, it has to go before the commissioners and the council for approval, so department heads or individuals cannot go out and just buy something and expect to get reimbursed for CARES Act. It has to be pre-approved from that one.
Yeah, so I would like,
On this, I'm not.
Last page.
Oh,
Right there. What the council approved.
okay,
They were
council,
okay with the laptops and the software to go, so that they can work from home.
about 6,800.
yes,
3 laptops and software. This is not the computer.
Right. So they just need your approval, to purchase these, and then she'll turn a claim in to me. And Kelly, you're gonna be, using a different fund.
yes. So I'm going to pay those out of just our grant money currently, our operating ones, like the local health maintenance or the trust account, whichever one I have the most in, and then I'll turn that claim in to be reimbursed to either one of those grants.
Well, can we just use the county general commissioners budget and just do that straight? Or do you have to show that with the,
No,
state?
I don't have to show it. So if that's how you prefer me to do it, just let me know what claim number.
Yes, it'd be 1,000, and then of course the commissioner 0068,
Okay,
and then that COVID-19 line item, the 22,023.
okay,
And then we'll just pull, that way I don't have to do claim adjustments or transfers.
all right, perfect.
I'll make a motion.
All second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Joe's not here. Anybody else? Department heads?
The county attorney is on there now.
Okay.
I do have one question that was brought up. This new run of COVID stuff, how, if one in our shop is affected, how does it affect us? What are our responsibilities? What are we supposed to do? Are we all quarantined? And the other reason I asked, Clinton County just had it, 2 guys came back from the VFW thing on, into work on Monday. Now the whole place is affected with COVID. So they all got to be on quarantine for 10 days until the test comes back. I mean, that's a whole shop shut down for 10 days.
And like you, I have been asking what to do because there was an employee that was sent home today that was exposed, but I can tell you that the VA hospital, this is their policy, and I think we need something to go by because I can't make that decision. So what they do, if, let's say I'm exposed, if I find no signs of symptoms, I still come to work.
Okay, I don't have a problem.
That's just what they do over there. I'm not saying that's the best protocol, but that's what they do at the VA.
Well, I mean, do I need to get a thermometer to make sure there's no fever?
We've got these things sitting all around the courthouse, nobody's using.
Well, this one's not plugged in because I have to have something ran, but the one at the front, they have
Yeah,
set up, it's usable, and I do have another one.
Well, I mean, I just
So if
think-
you need to, if you want to use one, they're at the
I would be
highway.
glad to take one, and that way we can at least,
Put it in the door.
right,
Mhm.
right.
And that's fine,
And
we
I'm not
both
gonna
agree.
let vendors in the office part.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Is
shut
this the highway department that's asking?
Yes,
So we can supply some hand sanitizer if you guys need those, or even face masks, like the disposable ones, if you'd like those. So generally, if the guys are working together, so say they're in a truck together and the one has been exposed, then they both should probably quarantine or get tested right away. Unfortunately, our tests, if they're not symptomatic, our tests take about 3 to 5 days for results to come back. So, I mean, that's going to be a judgment call on the director of that department to figure out what the protocol is. But if you want to talk further about it, we can give you some suggestions from the health department on best practices.
Yeah, this is Kent, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
We still have the emergency sick leave pay that's in place, and we still have the emergency FMLA. And with the recent rise in cases and for some of our other municipal clients, we've counseled to do two things. Our employees, I believe, were given requirements earlier this year, back when not much was happening, that if they had any of the hallmark symptoms, that they were supposed to err on the side of caution and stay home and communicate with their department head. But the employee has a duty to let everybody know that he or she isn't feeling well. The emergency sick leave it's a minimum, and some of the people, I know the health department, there were departments that we had, not the health department, there were departments that had folks that may have used their bank of extra leave early in the year. It's the required leave policies were minimums, not maximums. So if it's somebody, you have to take them at good faith. If we have somebody that we think is trying to game the system just to stay home or get out of work, then there's, let one of the department heads should report that to one of the commissioners and let us know so we can help investigate that. But, with the rising cases there, we have the leave in place, and it's just for this reason. The emergency sick leave is full pay for 10 extra days, and then emergency FMLA, that's separate at 2/3 pay. But that's it. The question that several other clients have asked is, what if everybody used all their time in April and May, and we've said that's you need to explore renewing that, because that's the purpose is to there's lots of rationales for the extra pay so people can stay home, and we don't have people going to the poorhouse because they're on quarantine.
Okay, Kent, Don has a question.
Sure.
Hey, Kent, would it be possible for your office to give us some general direction that we could pass out to the department heads, so everybody would kind of be on the same page and kind of all going the same way?
Yes, sir. That's a great idea. I'll get that. I'll send that to each of the commissioners and to Brenda tomorrow.
Kent,
Yeah.
Earlier this year, you had a checklist of an employee that maybe could use to basically notify my office that they're staying home because of the COVID.
Okay.
I had Susan pass that around to all the departments today, just in case they need to use that.
Right.
When you originally set up that resolution.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go through all that paperwork and send everything back through
Okay, that's good.
tomorrow.
Okay. That'll help.
That's it, thank you.
Yeah. CARES Act relief funds transferred to county general.
What this is doing, Joe turned in the paperwork to retrieve the balance of our CARES Act funds, and that was $315,086.70. Okay, everything that's listed up to the highlighted paid, those are things that were actually paid out, and so now I need to adjust those line items with part of that 315,000. What is underneath that paid is what has recently either got paid or is going to get paid tonight. Terry has the claims in her drawer, the checks. So I just need the commissioner's approval on this. The council did this earlier today. And if you'll notice, a lot of the J&B Medical, Indiana Oxygen, a lot of that is in Davis Drugs. That is through the ambulance service. Due to the COVID and everything, Garth has had some extra medical supplies that he's had to purchase, and he was trying to just, use his budget. So Joe and I talked to him, and we said he really needed to turn some of that into CARES Act. But he goes, but I can't say this is COVID related. But with the rise in his runs and everything, it is acceptable. And right now, with it being in county general, it's going to be under control of the council and the commissioners. And the guidelines is not as strict as what the state is.
And what you're saying is this money is going back to fund money that the county has taken out of the general fund or whatever, a county account. Or
Yes.
purchased,
Yes.
and this is just that CARES Act that is going to replenish.
So then I have the balance of the unused after all those things are spent out and those
So we
adjustments
still
are
have
done.
219,000.
And then keep in mind, there's about 18 to 20,000 that I need to bill Warren County for their portion, because when we went after this originally, we used the 100%, and really I should have went after the 0.6667. Warren County should have been using their portion.
Now, is this all the money, this 219, is this all the money that we will get? I mean, out of all
That
this
is how
that we
much-
got?
That is how much will be left on the line item.
Understand, but is there a door open for us to get more money, or that kind of takes care of it for right now?
That takes care of it for right
Take
now.
care of it for now, they're talking.
But if they do have another stimulus,
right.
that will be a
Next year,
separate,
they're talking
probably
about that.
separate fund.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Ready to vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0.
I just want to be detailed of, where all the money was going and everything, since we had to do that in the beginning.
Commissioner's certificate sale.
Yes, we did have a tax sale last month, and usually about this time of the year, I bring the commissioner sale information to you to have the beginning bid as $50. So I do have a list of the parcels. I'll just, if the commissioners are okay with doing that again. We have not set a date for a commissioner sale in 2021. Usually we have it about February. So I need to reach out to SRI and see when they have availability to do that.
You can make a motion.
To have the beginning bid at 50 and then to go
Yes,
ahead and,
yeah.
okay.
I'll make that motion.
Oh, Don just did.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll second it
Okay.
Ready to vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0. Got transfer, E911, this is part-time to comparative maintenance.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Ready to vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Votes 3-0. This is Med Shed sign, this was up on the last meeting we had, we tabled it.
And did you table it until the
Until-
spring?
yeah,
Okay,
and-
I just
We left it
had it
that
on
way.
there.
Well,
Okay.
not necessarily the spring, it could be in January, if they probably wouldn't do anything till spring.
Okay,
We left that as,
I just left it on there. I wasn't here, so I just want to make sure that's what the intent is. I don't know if you guys, Kettle Hut gave me some information for DA Dodd, to finish out. I did have their June invoice. It was about $1,400. And then, of course, now they want me to release their funds plus their escrow in the amount of $230,725.20. So that leaves about two people on the list that have escrow balances. Retainage. Actually, we got 3. on
Is
there.
Glasgow still on there?
Glasgow is on there. I don't know why RSQ Fire is on there, because I thought I had that released, but I'll double check on that. And then James Shear Masonry.
Do you
So
have,
that's all set.
how did we end up? How,
Well, I was gonna have a report for the council as far as the final, because I've done some miscellaneous expenses through our special purpose, so I don't have a final number. Obviously, we have what was at Old National Bank, but then I've had to send money over there because I was paying Tickmont REMC out of that, and really it should have just been for these contractors. I have made bond payments. The next one's due in January. So, we do have enough money in our fund to pay the bond for the next few years. But we are still getting money.
the cost, I mean, I've heard stories that we overspent, I've heard stories that we didn't overspend. I just want to know on the
And I
estimated
don't
price
have,
on
I
the
don't have
17.
like the total, but just like DLZ, I did checking into them. With them having 3 refunds, when Kettlehead did their reporting, they had that we paid them more than what they actually, $620,000. What we paid them in the long run after the refunds and everything was under the 620,000, what was like 617. So they were a little under budget.
So we don't know as far as on the total, or you don't know?
No, I don't have I have the amounts written down, but like the miscellaneous furnishings, and I know they're kind of looking into purchasing maybe a body scanner or something, but they're getting quotes on that. But I was hoping to have it done, this month, but just trying to get the CARES Act and the billing to Warren County has been so time consuming.
Did we touch on that?
The transfer for that one, yeah, we just,
We did.
we did the commissioner sale. That's, that goes with that. I do have, I still have this check from Dawson Machining for the scrap metal. So is that metal still there at the jail, or does he have it?
You should have.
He does have it? Because when I talked to him this summer, he didn't have it yet because,
Well, there was a question, we could not sell that until it got out of until it got into the county's name.
yes. And Kent, you might want to interject here. I don't think it's going to be in the county's name until the bond is paid off. Is that correct, Kent?
I'll check on that and see how that applies for stuff that we could surplus. So I don't, because that's property, if the property is not going to transfer while the bond is being paid, then that doesn't, that's not going to work. So I'll work on that issue.
Okay,
Yeah, this check was written back in May and it's $400.
yes. Did you want to say anything about auction?
That's what he told me.
I don't know how.
Rusty's got stuff. Sure.
No, I just said Dawson said the material he bought, isn't that? I don't know.
It went to, didn't it go to the yard?
I don't know. I came in after all this, so
I'll call, I have his phone
Is
number.
that where it was supposed to went, or?
There's nothing.
I thought it was out there at the place, and he was gonna pick it up, but not unless somebody else carried it off.
I'll call him and ask.
There's nothing out there.
No, we got, I thought we got over to the highway.
he asked me, and he said the stuff I got is not what he paid for.
You didn't get it when you gave him the check.
Well, I still have his check, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to fun, but he questioned me, and I said, I just come in here, I have no idea what you're talking about on that. So,
The council this morning touched on an auction for the equipment the damaged new equipment that came from the jail and then stuff that's in the jail. And there may be stuff in the courthouse here, and I know you guys got some,
We moved over to the old deal.
Right.
all the-
and then you guys have actually got old trucks and some stuff like that that can be auctioned.
Oh,
There was a
we got
discussion.
stuff, yeah,
Yeah,
Surplus.
yeah, but we're not quite to the auction point yet, but we're working on it.
oh, yeah, okay. So that's something that's probably
Well,
be next spring, maybe.
yeah, probably, we got one that's got good parts on it, that's fixing a better truck that hadn't got good parts, so we're,
Cannibalize,
well, cannibalizing, yeah, that's,
yeah.
and until that's done, I don't wanna just have a sale for parts and stuff. And not all of it, I mean, I think, yeah, you're right, I mean, it's stuff we need to get going, but
Yeah, I talked to Jason about it, and I talked to Travis about it, and they said they had a pretty
I
good pile
talked
of
to Travis
stuff.
the other day about that, he said, well, we're still taking this
Yeah.
from this to make this, and
Right, right.
so I kind of dropped it until they decide what they want to do.
Well, I know you guys, I know we've got that equipment left over, whether that's enough or not for a sale, or whether you could put it on Marketplace and sell it on Marketplace, that may be another option for the county to do for the equipment.
The one that's running the leases is doing a pretty good job too. I can't think of the name of it. I was just informed of them that we give them our stuff, they'll run it for us.
Who's that?
Whoever's handling the lease programs on all new equipment, it's a new, where everybody's in it, you get the government contracts, the government bids on it. And they take your stuff and resell it, and then you're not liable for like, emission controls all put back on, because it's as is, so it's an open market, the way I understand it.
Is that the Gov bid?
The what?
Gov, GOV,
No, it's a different one. It's close to that, but they got it, and they're, I know Southeastern has it, John Deere has it.
Is it Purple Wave?
Yeah.
No.
I don't,
Purple Wave's one I get in the mail all the time.
I know, I don't.
That's all purple haze.
I gave a flyer to Garth, they had a bunch of ambulances in there.
We, on the three machines that they approved, we're on that, and we got approved for it, whatever it is on the paver and the chip box and something else you got approved on there. That came back approved to that company.
Okay, the ones you budgeted for 2021.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't think of the name. Sorry.
A John Deere Financial?
Pardon?
John Deere Financial?
No. John Deere's got their own that's way
Okay.
above the rest of them, so. No, this is through,
The stuff we got over the old jail, equipment wise,
Refrigerator and stuff?
yeah, the stuff that came out of there. The way to market that may be
that's,
like Marketplace or something.
that's stove, yeah, that's stove, no.
Stoves.
Stove, there's ice maker out
Mhm.
Refrigerator.
Yeah, I remember got moved over. It was doing that, we didn't buy one, and the ice maker got moved.
Well, it was over there the day we walked through.
Yeah,
Yeah, I took one.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we thought, well, maybe a newer one got moved
I don't know.
over there.
It's not very big, it's a small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to,
But
they didn't,
There's
they
this.
never moved it, it wasn't very old.
chairs in the lobby and
Yeah,
couch.
I think there's some file cabinets and
Full
some
stuff
cabinets,
in
yeah.
I got a double freezer,
yeah.
old rollers. Yeah, double freezer.
All that stuff. Now, if you want to have an auction, we can drag that stuff out and sell it on site over there. Whatever you want.
Whatever you guys think.
Yeah, that's.
We just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Yeah, it's sitting there.
It's sitting there, we need to,
Do something before it goes bad.
yeah, that's right, have to insure it.
I don't have anything else.
Sourcewell. I just named it, that's source wells or something.
Jim and I just wanted to talk to you guys about that chimney. We don't think it should wait till spring because I don't know if you've been upstairs, but it's already, the plaster is coming off
There's
between
like a
the
big
court
circle
and
like
the
that.
courtroom, and the paint has got streaks down it already, and I mean, we spent hundreds of thousands on that.
I know.
And we think that chimney needs to come down and get a liner in it immediately instead of waiting, because if it's doing that there, it's gonna start coming down the walls.
Yeah, moisture migration.
And we're gonna have a
Did you have someone in
huge
mind
mess.
of getting a quote to fix it, or?
I
Because we had
talked
that
to,
one about a year ago,
that was the technical one, wasn't it? From Bill Minnick.
might have been.
Yeah, that wasn't to take it down, that was to glue it back together.
If there's some way just weatherproof to keep the water from coming down in it, besides the condensation, I mean, I don't know if we can fix it all, but just to keep the snow and the water and the
Oh, I don't even think it's capped on top.
It's not, it's wide, it's wide open.
throttle that back and put some kind of weatherhead on it or something, just to keep, I mean, I'm afraid we're gonna get, if it,
You might talk to Century Roofing.
Well, a good heating and plumbing guy could make a galvanized cap on that and leave
It's just
a
getting
place to put a piece of PVC or just a piece of regular 6 or 8 inch pipe.
Fluid.
it's boiling, it's bubbling, I mean, the plaster is
I know it's
coming out and that, whatever is in plaster, alkali or acid or whatever, whichever way that stuff goes is affecting that paint bad, it just can't rub it
Doing
off.
that for 2 or 3 years.
Did you
Ever
want,
since they redone, it's been done.
Oh, it's been,
did you want the camera, because I know Rick had requested that we get a camera for the ductwork, and it was mentioned something about the roof
Well,
as
if
to
it's
why
roof-
it was doing that, and then also the chimney, if they're gonna be here, it's, do all of it.
If there's some
I don't know.
way that air's getting in from air handlers to the under the roof, that,
But I do have a contact, Brad, I don't know if you want me to contact them to see about, with the camera, to see what needs to be done.
well, I
I
don't know, we
mean,
need to investigate it.
it's a big, you can almost drive your car down there and take it.
Well,
It is huge.
something's leaking somewhere to get.
No, it's moisture, I mean, it's moisture migration, because that chimney doesn't get hot anymore, since they took the coal out of it, it's just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse,
We're just concerned about the building and
Yes.
and letting it go for another 6 months or a year or something.
it's something that should have been addressed, should have been on it a while back, I agree.
If somebody can facilitate that, then make it happen.
The boiler issue, the south boiler, to be the controls, I talked to Rick, and, that could be remedied, really pretty.
And wouldn't you want to check, I mean, if you're gonna do something with the boilers or whatever, wouldn't you want to check to make sure we're not doing something with the chimney that's gonna have to be changed if we are all go together to make sure it'll.
Well, we need to fix what's wrong right now.
Yeah. All right.
And we got a leak, we got a leak inside the building.
It's actually coming through it's actually moisture coming through there, yeah.
But it's rainwater too.
Yeah.
I'm sure we get a 4 inch rain,
Oh,
all the
sure.
water coming down a 3 foot square hole in the chimney.
Chimney's 10 to 10.
If we can get that down to,
Mhm.
Pete's still gonna rise out of whatever hole.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's,
Can we call Century and see if, they're the ones that did the roof, and see what they would suggest or what they could do?
I mean, you get hold of them, and they'll tell you what they can do.
well, between the air handler people and the roof people, I mean, the connection somewhere is leaking, letting air out of that into the.
but from what Rick is saying, both of them are not taking responsibility.
Well,
As far as
we're
like,
gonna fix it,
yeah.
I don't know whose fault it is, let's
Right.
not make fault. This
Well, it could
is-
just be the chimney's old.
Yeah.
Their fault.
I don't know.
Well, there was actually even some discussion about air going through the concrete ceiling, the concrete roof. And air in that bubble up, you know what I mean, as far as the fraction. So we got more pressure inside the building and it's going
But an
somewhere.
air handler's leaking air somewhere, it should be contained in
The duct
the
itself,
duct
yeah.
itself, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have any bearing on the roof.
Yeah. If there's more pressure coming in the building than what can get out, it's looking for a way to get out of there.
Well, that attic ought to be vented somewhere, we're breathing normally, shouldn't have vents on it. I mean, a normal crawl space attic would have a vent in some place, but still let that summer heat out.
Yeah.
I don't know, just.
I can't-
We just were concerned
yeah,
that
I
it's
can't.
gonna be,
I can't answer.
Well, how about we call, if it need be, I can call Century, and we get a hold of Scotty. He's been doing some of the heating, and here's what we're doing, what's the idea to get this fixed, and go from there.
we gotta get through the winter no matter what. We have
Yeah.
any other place, and I don't see we're gonna be doing anything to hurt anything in the future.
No,
Just to fix what we got,
not at all.
do you? I mean, I don't
No,
know. We
no.
just,
Well, it's like you say, it needs to be fixed.
yeah. And if we're breaking breakers snapping down there because we got a short someplace, that's not good.
Well, yeah, that's a control
Yes.
issue.
There's, it's making a breaker.
Yeah.
So,
Right. I've actually seen it. Been down and seen it.
we were just concerned like that, one urge you to try to get something going on, just fixing.
Keep it up.
What's broken?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, not the rest, not the big picture. I mean, I don't want to go there right now. Let's just get this.
Yeah.
Have heat this winter and not winter. Girls, that's important to this place.
Exactly.
I mean, it is. We can't say anything but that. We're gonna paint over and let's paint over. But I'm not for that, never will be.
Right. Right.
That's
No,
part of the building.
I totally agree. I totally.
Like the sidewalk, this is just important, it's a sidewalk.
It's like the
Roof
roof.
for
The roof
every
later,
other
you know?
place.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. There's nothing else.